Your horoscope is lying to you. I'll tell you why. Astrology is a study of movements and relative position to celestial bodies, and this is interpreted as having an influence or effect on human affairs. A horoscope, however, is basically the prediction of a person's character, what they're doing of the day, what's going on, right? If you're an Aries or you're a Sagittarius, if you're a Gemini or a Capricorn, and these different things basically say who you are, what you've been going through, and be giving you all the information about who you are as a person. A horoscope could also be basically a future thing where it's like, oh, a horoscope could also be talking about a person's future and who they're going to become and their personality and what their character and their circumstances are going to be based on when they were born and the position of stars and planets at the time of the person's birth. And my big problem is how popular it's becoming and how basically people are lacking accountability now. They'll say things like, oh, sorry, I'm an Aries, I'm a little stubborn. Or, oh, sorry, I'm a Capricorn, that's why I punched you in the face. There's no sense of accountability. No matter what you are when you were born, your characteristics and your personality are not formed by when you were born. Getting a horoscope is just simple, standard things where any could say anything. It could be such a vague statement, and you could be reading it saying, yeah, that relates to me. But I could sit there and tell you, you've been dealing with a lot of pressure recently. Who isn't dealing with a lot of pressure? And even if you're not even dealing with that much pressure, your brain will be like, have I been dealing with pressure? Yeah, I think I have. And you're going to believe whatever it's told because of how vague it is. There's something that's called the Barnum Effect, which actually explains this. And this refers to people accepting vague and ambiguous statements as fact and accurate descriptions of themselves. These horoscopes seem all personalized in that it's a reading of exactly what I'm going through. It understands me. But again, it's your brain tricking you and thinking, yeah, that is something that is definitely me. Oh, I'm an Aries, so I'm more confident. Or, oh yeah, I'm a Gemini, so this is definitely what all Geminis do. Sorry. But again, this lacks accountability. Your characteristics and your personality is not based upon these astrologies, not based on these horoscopes, not based on some random person saying this is the kind of person you are or the kind of day you're going to have. Imagine if one of your horoscopes said you value close relationships, but you're going to be really dealing with a lot of struggle in one recently or in the future. Obviously, we all go through relationship problems. We all have issues with people. Naturally, we are human. We're going to go through these things. So again, it's such a vague statement to make, and it's just asinine to me where I look at it and I'm like, why are people believing this like it's gospel? And it's insane to me. And it's something that I don't understand personally. And I think that anything in life, you have control. You're in the driver's seat. So if you feel like, hey, I'm not the most confident person, but my horoscope and my astrology sign says I'm just not the most confident person, but I'm internally confident. No, you could be outwardly confident too. I know people who their astrology thing says, yeah, you're not as confident, but they're the most confident person I've ever met. Yet, so this doesn't matter. And it's not a one size fits all. You yourself can control anything about yourself, your characteristics, how you interpret things, and how you treat people. It is not about when you were born. And celestial bodies and alignments of the stars and the moon and everything, it does affect things. For example, the moon does affect the tides. When people didn't have GPS or maps, what did they use? They used the stars as navigation. Because again, how the world circumnavigates and how everything works, yes, the stars are viable things. Yes, it's cosmic energy. I can agree with a lot of these things. But at the end of the day, the stars and where they're aligned do not impact who you are as an individual. If you really want to figure out who you are and the kind of person you are and the things that make you tick and the things that don't, maybe a personality test would be more accurate. And even then, after you take a personality test, it's according to a bunch of questions. So you would have to answer the questions accurately and honestly. So if you're an extrovert and you're answering things like, I like my alone time, but could extroverts not also like alone time? How do these scales work? So again, personality tests could be more accurate, but even then aren't the most accurate representation of who you are as an individual. The most accurate representation of who you are as an individual is your character, your mission, the things you do on a day-to-day, how you treat people, how you treat people that can do stuff for you, how you can treat people who don't do stuff for you. It is a general consensus of who you are as an individual. And again, has nothing to do with the horoscope you received yesterday. And again, I might sound like a hater, but you control your own reality. No birthday or no different amount of explanation of this will make sense to me in any way. Because at the end of the day, you create your own reality. I just want there to be a little more critical thinking and awareness and accountability rather than, yeah, this horoscope told me this is who I am, so now this is who I'm becoming. So yeah, just have some critical thinking about it and think of it as entertainment rather than something that's scientific and factual. Thank you guys again. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe if you guys agree with what I'm saying. If you guys don't agree with what I'm saying, if you guys want to hear more topics, let me know. I love talking about different things. So let me know what you guys want me to talk about next. See you guys next time.